Ladies and gentlemen, it is a big week indeed. This week, specifically this Friday, it appears as though we are going to be getting our next teaser, reveal, trailer, something for Call of Duty Black Ops 7, as that date goes down as Judgment Day within the lore of Black Ops, but also specifically June the 20th, 2025 can be found within the promotional material and within the reveal trailer for Black Ops 7, and it is this Friday. So we've been going over a lot of things, the canon ending of Black Ops 2, the story that we've seen so far in the trailer, and there's a couple more things I wanted to go over this week before that next reveal. One of which is the characters who we can see within the trailer. There's a couple of characters who we can see return. Number one, we have David Mason.
Your years of service have shown you the importance of our work. Here, you'll witness the global scope of that mission in action.
Now, as we know, David Mason was the main protagonist within Call of Duty Black Ops 2. He was the son to Alex Mason, the protagonist of Call of Duty Black Ops 1, and of course will be returning within Black Ops 7. The second character that we saw within that trailer goes down as one of the most evil villains of all times, which is Raul Menendez.
Fear is a powerful thing. David Mason. Menendez.
The third character we have in this trailer is the robot. He is introduced right at the very beginning.
Welcome to the Guild. We have been expecting you.
And we don't know if this is going to be a character like Ethan, who is an actual protagonist within the campaign, within Infinite Warfare, or whether this is just going to be one of many robots who we will see within the campaign. But then we have one more character who is introduced to us via a hologram. This character has never been seen before within a Call of Duty game, and that is what I wanted to discuss today. Who is this character? So let's answer the question, who is this character?
Let me introduce you to our esteemed visionary.
For too long, we have been bound by outdated systems, accepting limitations instead of redefining them. The Guild is safeguarding tomorrow, now. We are pioneering the future of protection worldwide. Our advancements are designed to elevate everyday life.
So that character right there goes by the name of Emma Kagan.
I'm Emma Kagan, CEO of the Guild.
That's what it says in the background there. So there we go, the end. Okay, just kidding. There's a lot more to know about this character, but specifically we have to look at where we are in this trailer.
Welcome to the Guild. We have been expecting you.
So I think it is a little bit strange that when you get to this building, they say that we've been expecting you right away. I don't know, just something about that's a little bit creepy. But anyway, this is the Guild. Now, if you don't know what the Guild is, we actually have to go back to the year 1991. We are first introduced to the Guild when we go onto a mission on an area called Avalon.
But I can tell you a thing or two about Avalon. It's a playground for the filthy rich, and crime factions run the whole city.
Now, in the very first mission, or one of the first missions of Call of Duty Black Ops 6, you are sent in to assassinate someone by the name of Yannick, a broker for the Guild, who is specifically brokering a deal between Pantheon, the big bad guys in Black Ops 6, and the Guild, who may be the big bad guys within Black Ops 7. Now, as far as the Guild goes, we know that they're a crime family within Avalon that specifically smuggles weapons, drugs, and even dips their toe in human trafficking as well. But somehow between the year 1991 to the year 2035, they have gone from a big crime family within Avalon to a massive weapons broker that specializes in robotics, AI, and of course, as you can see, holograms as well. Now, it's weird when we actually look back and find some of the things that we know about the Guild from Black Ops 6. First of all, how they screwed over Savati Dumas. You see, Savati had a partner, a husband by the name of Pascal, who was assumably a part of the Guild, but this is what they told her.
They knew that Pascal was an operative from a rival family. He had infiltrated the Guild to sow discord, take our secrets. They had the evidence, so they had me orchestrate his assassination. The most difficult thing I've ever done. But it probably won't shock you, Case, to learn what happened next. The whole thing was a lie. He was innocent. I fled the guild and vowed to myself that I would bring the whole house down.
So that is Savati's relationship with the guild, and we see this a little bit further within the season 1 cinematic when Troy Marshall brings up what the guild does and what's going to happen if they run into them while hunting down Pantheon.
And if the guild gets involved?
You worry about the Lutazzi. I'll take care of the guild.
Now, what's weird about this is since this cutscene, we really haven't heard much more about the guild. The entire story has been focused on Pantheon. So between the year 1991 and 2035, there has to be this massive jump in who the guild are and what they actually do. So here's the thing, before the guild, there was a company almost exactly like this known as the Tacticus Corporation. Now this was a shell company that was predominantly owned by Raul Menendez, and he used this company to kind of hide all of his weapons and drug smuggling under the Menendez drug cartel, and then therefore launder his money that way. However, this also ended up being a corporation and a business that would do specific work mainly producing drones and other military technology, and at one point was even awarded a $50 billion contract to develop UAVs for the US military. So essentially, Raul Menendez owned a company working directly with the United States military without them knowing. However, after the events of Black Ops 2 and it was found out that Raul Menendez was quite literally a terrorist, after he was killed at the end of Black Ops 2, the Tacticus Corporation essentially went up for seizure, and another company by the name of the Coalescence Corporation bought them in the year 2026. Now, as far as what they did in 2026, right after the Tacticus Corporation was purchased, the very first thing that they started working on was human augmentation. In other words, direct neural interface, a computer inside of someone's head that works completely with prosthetics, and then moving forward to the year 2040, started working on exoskeletons and all of the technology that we see within Black Ops 4 and Black Ops 3. So in other words, almost the exact same things that we see inside of the guild. So it is very possible that the guild is working directly or indirectly or even against the Coalescence Corporation. Now, the plot thickens even further when you look at David Mason's daughter. David Mason's daughter goes by the name of Savannah Mason, or Savannah Mason Myers for a longer term. Now, when it comes to this character, she ends up being the world's first trillionaire working on a secret CIA project known as Project Blackout, which essentially makes archetypes of people, which are essentially clones of older people like Frank Woods, like Alex Mason, and like even Raul Menendez. Now, we don't know as of yet if this is possible because of the guild. We don't know if Savannah Mason was specifically working for the guild, but here is what we do know. David Mason, the father of Savannah Mason, shows up on the doorstep of the guild, and the current CEO of this company goes by the name of Emma Kagan. Through all of the technology that we know, it would appear as though all of this is starting to tie together, from the Tacticus Corporation, from the Coalescence Corporation, and of course the guild, all tied together through the Masons, and maybe even moving forward to Savannah, David Mason's daughter. Now, this is just speculation, and in fact, the things I can guarantee to you is the CEO of this company is indeed Emma Kagan. The guild is the same company or family that was the crime family within Call of Duty Black Ops 6 in the year 1991, which was then somehow developed even further into a multinational weapons company, specifically working on robots, drones, and the various things that we see within the trailer. What I can tell you is that moving forward, this is going to tie together more Call of Duty games than ever before. And what if I told you that, in fact, just based off of this trailer alone, we can start to piece together the entire story of Black Ops 7? If that is something you would like to see, hit that like button, and I will bring you guys that video later this week before the reveal on Friday. But for now, that has been Emma Kagan. That has been the story of the guild and how it fits into the trailer. If you enjoyed, hit the like button, subscribe, turn notifications on, and until next time, peace.
We are reaching for the stars.